new day. These are the 3 books I'm currently reading. Today I got another job interview. Okay, I'm back. I'm on my way now. Going to the job interview. Let's see what happens. I got all my documents. Yeah, I should have a bag or something, but I don't. I wanted to buy one, but I didn't have time. I couldn't find one I liked, so now I'm just walking around like a newbie, like a beginner. I don't even know where I need to go. I think these guys are working where I'm going. Okay, I'm done now. Don't know what time it is. It's probably... Damn. What the I was walking across the street like a normal person. The car was far away and then he starts honking at me. I don't know what that was. Anyways, yeah. Interview went great. I'm into the next round. I figured recently the video from last Saturday when we went to St. Moritz, it got like a lot of views. Later, after posting it, like 3 days later, I don't know, it feels like the videos are picking up like 2 days after I post them, which is interesting, because I thought the YouTube algorithm takes like 2 hours to place the video, and then it takes another 24 until it peaks. But for some reason the videos get a lot more views after they've been posted for a couple of days. I don't know. So now I'm probably gonna go home. It is around noon. I think it's like 1 p.m. I'll go home, get some work done, and then I'll go to work. That sounds kind of funny. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Guys, I take back what I said about Kendrick yesterday. I said I don't like his voice. The thing is, I compared his voice to other artists, but I think comparing voices is probably not a good thing to do. So if you just view his voice as being unique, you know, I actually started liking it now. Been listening a lot last 24 hours, last 12 hours. We out here again in the city, downtown, almost home. I don't know, I don't feel like going home right now. I want to do something. I want to get a steak or something. Guys, check it. It's a Carrera 4S. I was wondering, people say the body of this one is wider, but I can't really see, but it looks better than the regular 4. Because I did see a regular Carrera 4 before, but I can't tell if it's actually wider, but for some reason the stance is better. I'm checking out some cars now. This is kind of my substitute for lunch break. I don't eat, I just look at cars. For some reason that's better. There's so many 911s. Targa 991.2. Oh, it's another Targa, 2 Targas. That's crazy. 718. Guys, I think this one has the 4-cylinder, but for some reason it sounds so good. It sounds much deeper than the 981, which is, I think, the predecessor to this one. Come on, give me some revs. It's a blonde girl driving. She's like my film. Alright, time to stop. I found this crazy Urus. I'm not sure what the color is called, but I'm pretty sure it's not a rev, it's actually the color. You gotta have some balls driving around with a Urus in such a bright color. Screams, look at me. 718. I don't know. I'm just gonna check out some cars and then I go home. By the way, another thing I've started was the podcast with a friend. This podcast is still online. You can look it up on Spotify. It's Two Hit Wonder Podcast. I'm gonna go right here. And I started this because I always wanted to try. And in, I think, 2020, when COVID hit, I started listening to podcasts. Before that, I didn't really do that. Maybe like once or twice a month. But then during COVID, I had a lot of time. It was locked down. We had to be at home. And I just listened to so many podcasts. And then the idea came up to just do one myself. But I didn't want to do one alone, so I did one with a friend. You saw her in the vlog a couple of days ago. And then we started the podcast, but we were struggling to post scheduled. We posted and then there was no episode for a month. And now we haven't recorded one in over a year, I think. It's kind of on ice, this project. But it was fun while it lasted. Turbo S. But now this is kind of my solution. Because I can still talk. I can still share my opinion, show you my life. But I think this is even better than a podcast, because the podcast was just, you could only listen to this. This you can listen to, but you can also watch. But you don't necessarily need to watch. Yeah, I've tried a few things. With a podcast, I think you just have to dedicate time. And if you with the daily vlog now, it's easy because it's only me doing this. It's like a one-man army. I don't need nobody else to make meetings and find time that works for both parties. But with the vlog, with the podcast, it was always like a trouble to find a day or a couple of hours where we both had time. And then it was difficult because when you do it with a friend, it's like, what do you tell them in private and what do you tell them in a podcast? Because we ended up not talking about private stuff in private anymore, because we were like, we do it in the podcast, and then because otherwise you would hear the story twice. Like if I told her, hey, I got a new job, and I tell her again in the podcast, she has to fake react it, and we didn't want to fake anything, so we just held back talking in private and made it all in the vlog. Yeah, that was a challenge, but I'm doing much better with the vlog now. I haven't edited yesterday's vlog yet. I should be home and do that right now, but I can do it. I hope it's not gonna take as long. Is this a Carrera T? I don't know what this this badge is doing here. I think there is a meaning. There's literally so many 9/11s. I think Zurich, honestly, there's no city I've ever been to or that I know of that has more 9/11s than Zurich. Like even Tokyo or New York, you don't see that many 9/11s there. Or LA. Like Zurich is just the number one 9/11 power, buying force, whatever. We are like 50% of the European market. I don't know. Maybe. I'm going to check out the garage again. It's kind of cold. Man, they even brought out the launcher. That's really cool. That's cool, guys. Guys, I completely forgot to say goodbye to you. So, good night. See you tomorrow.